refreshing and ravishing voice, a lively heart of change and light, powered by passion and ability. Red Carpet TV, you are the best. For festival Thanksgiving, for your birthday, for burial ceremony, we are everywhere, the best among the rest. For wedding ceremony, for carnival, civic reception, for festival we are there, for Thanksgiving service.
Billy Graham said, and I quote, "God has proved his love on the cross when Christ hung, bled and died. It was God saying to the world, I love you." It's that time again where we celebrate the death and resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. It's Easter, yay! Let's have a deep reflection and remember the reason for the season. But from all of us at Red Carpet, here is wishing you a happy Easter, and you sure know we love you all. First on our lineup tonight is our feature story. Do you really want to know what tonight's version is all about? Sit tight, you will know in the course of the program. Straight to Owo, Ondo State, to celebrate with the immediate past governor of Ekiti State and the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, as he received an honorary doctorate degree. We end our cruise in Akungbakoko at the residence of late Chief Adebayo Adefarati, the former governor of Ondo State. 10 years after his death, his children decided to feast guests in remembrance of their darling father. It was one event that had in attendance guests from across the state. Sit back, relax and enjoy. My name is Olufunmi. From the swanky influx of obeying guests to the scintillating sight of event hall, from the graceful collection of friendly faces to the pervading fun and festivity that permeates every corner, seamless and contagious are hallmarks of high-profile parties when notable guests in society unwind and tend to outdo one another on the dance floor. Indeed, for lovers and seekers of endless fun, there couldn't have been a better venue to immerse themselves in the pool of merriment than to congregate amidst the sea of society icons that thickens the texture of red carpet events on a regular basis. From birthdays to burial ceremonies, from weddings to anniversaries and several others, their matronly presence usually makes memorable statements with bold testaments of color, glamour, and grandeur. Majorly in these categories are women of robust statures who have become steady faces on Red Carpet TV, while milestones are being showcased in an elaborate spectacle. They're not just society women, they're women that command power, prominence and panache each time they breeze into social affairs, where they steal every attention and rock the scene with bliss. Over the years, this brand of socialites have lifted the faces of events with an insignia that usually pronounce their presence, personality and class in the society. All these women have something in common. They love to dance. Tall, elegant, stylish APC woman leader in Lagos, Chief Mrs. Kemi Nelson, has a special way of announcing her presence with a beaming smile and perching crown. Her courage reveals her charisma. When she hit the dance floor, the graceful swing of her hips and body tells the story of a master choreographer. For Erelu Bisi Fayemi, the trained the wife of Minister of Solid Minerals, Kayode Fayemi, she is one woman who combines urbanity with elegance, steering from bouncing mood to energetic disposition, especially each time she puts on her dancing shoes at social functions. While many fans and viewers of REDCARPET TV can easily associate the face of Mrs. Joko Oni with the weekly TV show, the constant picture of Mrs. Tola Olofingorita, the Yeye Oge of Ogba Land, will definitely remind viewers of the stream and fun unleashed by REDCARPET TV. Mrs. Apiosa Williams is another society pillar whose continuous appearance in the social scene always gave an uninterrupted breath of excitement. For the society women and several others that have become respectable trademarks in REDCARPET TV, their presence in most cases is all that is needed to hold many of the viewers glued. Indeed, by the testimonies, the truth shall be established, and for these up-to-the-minute women, the story couldn't have been otherwise. From the REDCARPET TV, we say more grace to the social elbows.
Seest thou a man who is diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before mean men. So goes the saying in Proverbs 22:29, and which fits perfectly for Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, the Honorable Minister of Solid Minerals Development. Fayemi, a man of honor and valor, a shining star and a beacon of hope to many, whose trajectory tells a story of insightfulness and astuteness. He is the immediate past governor of Ekiti State, where he made it a responsibility to factor in and yield to the aspirations of the people and redirect government's focus to their areas of priority with his 8-point agenda of governance as the roadmap to Ekiti's recovery, as a reward for excellence, hard work and dedication to service to the nation. He was appointed by President Muhammadu Buhari as the Minister of Solid Minerals of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to lead the non-oil revenue sector to enviable heights. His impressive pedigree, expertise, antecedents, achievements, and exemplary leadership as a public officer spoke volumes of his altruism, as it gave an explicit approval of a fine and complete gentleman who was ultimately honored with a doctorate degree on April 8, 2017 at the Achievers University, Owo, Ondo State. held at the Trinity Auditorium of the university. The occasion was the 5th convocation ceremony of the Achievers University, OWO, and it was a time to not just celebrate the graduates of the institution, but also to honor two deserving personalities in the public sphere: Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, the Honorable Minister of Solid Minerals Development and the immediate past Governor of Ekiti State, and Honorable Aliu Aman Petigi, a member of the House of Representatives and Chairman House Committee on Water Resources, with the conferment of honorary degrees on them. In the convocation address, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Tunji Ibiemi, congratulated the graduates and remarked that they have been trained to be achievers in their respective endeavors. Then, one after the other, graduates from each of the colleges and faculties were presented to the Chancellor as they stood up for their admission to first degrees of the Citadel of Learning. In a jiffy, it was the turn of honorary awardees of doctorate degrees as they stood up for their citations to be read one after the other, after which they were conferred with Doctors of Science in Public Administration. In their separate responses, Honorable Aliu Aman Petigi eulogized Fayemi with sterling words, while Dr. Kayode Fayemi, in a lengthy speech, counseled the graduating students. Graduating students who have distinguished themselves in their respective programs were called up for their prizes and to shake hands with the Chancellor. In the convocation speech of the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the school's governing council, Honorable Dr. Bode Ayanride, he traced the history of the 9-year-old university and the progress made so far. In his speech, the Ondo State Governor, Arakunrin Rotimi Akeredolu, congratulated the graduating students as he noted the importance of education and the undisputedly great role that private universities play in the development of the educational sector of the nation. Guests of the Honorable Minister then converged at the Best Western Plus Midas Hotel, OWO, for a modest reception, where the Governor of Ondo State hosted and feted everyone to a state luncheon. There, the OWO cultural troupe entertained all to good OWO traditional music. The excited Fayemi, who was the reason for the gathering, could not hold back his joy as he, in his brief speech, thanked Governor Akeredolu and Achievers University for the honor done to him. There were lots of sumptuous foods to devour as guests treated themselves to a nice time. The light music of Aro and Sax Standing Band did well to make the evening a pleasurable one. Red Carpet TV spoke with the awardees and other guests.
I really want to associate myself with the work that the collective that started this university has been doing. You know what they say, it's from little acorns that tall oaks grow. This university has started as a little acorn and gradually it's growing to become a recognizable oak in the annals of university development in Nigeria. So one should be associated with it and commend the intention and the spirit behind awarding me this honorary degree.
Graduation ceremony. However, the number of students we have graduated, this is the 6th set. There was a time we had a combined graduation ceremony for 2 sets. So it is the 6th set in the 5th convocation. You want to know how I feel? If you are riding horse in my stomach, it will not have accident. A lot of challenges facing our graduates, not only of Achievers University today, all graduates of Nigerian universities. In those days, when we finished both at the Polytechnic and university, companies will be coming to the campus. Some 30 years ago, they will come and interview you before your final exam. You make choice out of many places offers. But today, a lot of graduates are out there, so they are going into a turbulent world. There are no jobs, but we have given them some hints on how to be job creators rather than job seekers. By the grace of God, we trust that many of them become entrepreneurs.
From the Red Carpet TV crew, we rejoice with the awardees, especially Dr. John Kayode Fayemi on the well-deserved honorary doctorate degree in public administration conferred on him by the Achievers University, Owo, Ondo State. From the metropolitan hustles and bustles of Akure to the quiet and pastoral countryside of the rocky terrains of Akoko, and indeed all the parts of Ondo State, everywhere quivered and flickered with excitements. The fluttering moments filtered in palpating and elating quakes as a man and hero who was one of the veteran torchbearers of progressivism was being remembered 10 years after. That icon is the late Chief Elijah Adebayo Adefarati. Born in 1931 and died in 2007, Adefarati was the governor of Ondo State in 1999 to 2003. Though he was defeated when he ran for re-election in 2003, he was however not cowed, as he later became the presidential candidate for the Alliance for Democracy in the April 2007 presidential election, but died in Owo, Ondo State at the age of 76 of an undisclosed ailment a few weeks before the election. Adefarati was from humble roots. His vocational arc took him from service as an educator into politics and public service when he served as a two-time commissioner in Governor Michael Ajasin's cabinet in the Second Republic between 1979 and 1983. He was one of those who learned at the feet of Chief Obafemi Awolowo and was steeped deeply in the Awoi's progressive tradition. He was one of the impressive corps of hardy public servants reared in the womb of Awoism, who approached politics first and foremost as an opportunity for bettering the lives of their compatriots. Adebayo Adefarati was a native of Akumba Akoko, but he had traditional titles across the length and breadth of the Yoruba nation. Throughout his career in public life, Baba's creed was that of peace, even in the face of provocation, hence the sobriquet Baba Peace. The celebrations marking the 10th year remembrance of Baba Peace began on Wednesday, March 29, 2017, with a novelty football match between the students of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, FUTA, and the Rufus Giwa Polytechnic, Owo. The exciting match, which took place at the main bowl of the Akure Township Stadium, was witnessed by dignitaries and other sport lovers. At the end, FUTA came out victorious, and the chairman of the Anniversary Planning Committee, Ade Adetime, and the senior special assistant to the Ondo State Governor on legislative matters, Honorable Taufik Olawale Abdusalam, who represented the Deputy Governor, took turns to present medals and trophies respectively to both teams.
Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life that...
The next day, guests trooped to the International Event Center, the Dome, Akure, for a special memorial lecture titled Justice and Fairness, a Spanaki for Peace. The spacious hall soon got filled up as guests settled down to listen to a series of speeches in the enlightening lecture. Welcoming everyone to the event, the chairman of the occasion, Senator Titus Olakpiton, hailed Baba Adefarati's legacies. In the lecture, which was delivered by Sir Olubumi Famosaya, who represented the keynote speaker, the Honorable Minister of Mines and Steels Development, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, it was full of exaltment of the qualities and attainments of Baba Adefarati. He also remarked that the political gospel of Baba was peace. While noting that Baba was a progressive leader, Fayemi, through Famosaya, noted that Ondo State has returned to its natural habitat of being a progressive state, Under the present administration of Governor Rotimi Akeredolu, speech, the governor of Ondo State elucidated Baba's achievements in office as governor of Ondo State between 1999 and 2003.
He addressed fundamental issues. This is it. But for him, we will not probably an oil producing state. Governor, to put in place an agency to take care of the peculiar and specific interests of oil producing area so far in his own time.
On Saturday, April 1st, the celebrations climaxed with a memorial Thanksgiving service at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church, Akungba, where guests from far and wide came in their fineries to honor the Adefaratis. In posh cars and with commanding carriages, suave guests made their way, one after the other, to the towering house of God. The service began on a colorful note as the choristers and priests filed into the church. Melodious hymns set the service rolling as everyone sang along. While thanking God for the fulfilled life Baba lived, the Right Reverend Gabriel Akimbi described Baba as a man of integrity, fair play, justice, and peace.
Man of fair play, a man of justice, a man of peace. And I try to understand what empowered him, what inspired him, and what encouraged him to be what they say about him. And I looked and I discovered that he was a man of faith, a living faith in the Lord Jesus Christ.
The Thanksgiving session came as the children of Baba, who were all decked in white attires, stood at the front, facing the congregation, and everyone danced forward to celebrate with them. Prayers were showered on the children of Baba as the service drew to a close. The concluding part of the celebrations kicked off immediately after the service at the Adefaratis residence in Akungba Akoko. The entire arena bubbled with ripples of excitement to Faith's guests who sat on the large marquee at one side of the compound. There, Sheyi Michael provided good music with his Honey Tones Juju band to thrill everyone. Further down the compound, guests got even more thrilled as the eldest of Baba's children, Boyega Adefarati, entertained his VIP guests in a small but comfortable hall. There, it was Ayo Rollins' band that entertained everyone with its free flow of exciting music. After the other, guests took turns to dance with Boyega. Tall and handsome, with an uncommon poise for excellence, the history graduate of the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, is simple and humane, credible and obeying. Taken after his father, Boyega stands for peace at all times and is not materialistic in any way. With a lofty mien and elegant zest, Boyega trusts his word as a refined politician, businessman, and a leader for the people of his constituency in the Northern Senatorial District of Ondo State. His amiable personality and political sagacity were the reasons eminent personalities from across the state came to honor him at every stage of their father's 10th-year remembrance. He did not disappoint also as he saw to their welfare. The meals which came in varieties were tasty, delicious and superb. Wines and other drinks flowed freely to the delight of all, and everyone rocked in joyous moments. Red Carpet TV spoke with the widow, some of the children, and some guests.
God had been very faithful to us in the family, and we've been increasing in all facets of our life in the family, and I'm sure His Spirit is still with us.
Baba had his own philosophy of treating issues. Politics. He did not play politics without bitterness. So that should imbibe that one and reflect it in society.
Celebration of life. Celebration of his legacy. This is a man that, yes, he's my own biological father, but he's done so many things for a lot of people. He's a father to all. So for me, it's another day of celebration, celebrating integrity, celebrating a man that stood for peace and a lot of things. So it's a great day for me.
Since he was commissioner in Ondo State in the late 70s and early 80s, I was in the civil service then. He was a very fantastic human being, very kind man, and very hardworking. You would hardly believe that as a school principal, he could come out to excel as commissioner for works. Again, when he became governor, I was already in Ekiti State, but we interacted because it was a period of the asset sharing issues between Ondo and Ekiti State. And to God be the glory, he took decisive actions, which today the credit goes to him for some of those actions. Part of those actions is the establishment of the Adekunle Ajeshin University, which is there today as one of the legacies of Baba Adefarati.
From the Red Carpet TV crew, we felicitate with the children on the success of the 10th-year remembrance of their father.
Certain you enjoyed this one. Our big congratulations to the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, for adding yet another feather to his cap. And to the Adefaratis, may the soul of the departed continue to rest in the bosom of the Lord. In case you missed the beginning of tonight's package, or you want to view our past episodes, it's just a click away. www.redcarpetnigeria.tv. And for bookings and inquiries, call the numbers shown on your screen. I remain your host, Olufumi. Good night.